So I just watched 2026's video game to movie adaptation Return to Silent Hill, and it wasn't the most memorable experience. Now, in an attempt to start off on a good note, I believe this film did at least have a couple of clear strengths. Personally, I was a fan of some of the stylistic choices that they made, like the way they changed the perspective of a few shots to give off that video game feel. I also found how they built up some of the jump scares pretty effective, and I think they did a good job keeping the costuming and monster design a clear highlight of the franchise. However, I couldn't help myself from feeling so uninvested throughout this entire film. Now, I don't know how the game is, I don't know how the characters are supposed to be, but me personally, I found James Sunderland to be such a boring lead who makes nothing but dumb decisions just to continue exploring Silent Hill. And the reason I had a big problem with that is that in 2006, we already got a Silent Hill exploration movie. We don't need another one, especially this one where most of Silent Hill is now green screen backgrounds instead of actual cool sets. Then, the story is about James trying to find his ex-girlfriend Mary in Silent Hill, who apparently maybe died, as they give us flashbacks for any type of context clues of what actually happened, which could have been interesting, but the way they went about it was so tropey that the final reveal ends up being so obvious that again, made it super difficult for me to be fully invested. Plus, like I said, the movie is about finding Mary, but the more we learned about her in each flashback, the less I honestly cared for her as a character, which could be a me thing, but again, it ruined how much I cared for the movie even more. And to top everything off, Silent Hill in this film, atmospherically, visually, historically, and lore-wise, does not seem to correlate whatsoever with the previous film. Sure, everything's ashy and dirty and whatever, but it just felt like Silent Hill had no life or like no history. It felt empty, but not in an eerie way. Plus, this film didn't give us any additional lore about Silent Hill, so frankly, my personal experience of this film was literally either just an emotional state of nothingness or just pure confusion, which funnily enough, it got even worse with the final scene of the movie. So I mean, overall, it wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but it's definitely one of the most least engaging movies I've personally experienced, so I'm just gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10.